Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I have decided that I would do a military spouse tag, as in my most recent video, not a part of my keto cut. I did a base housing tour. So I thought I would do this lovely little tag. It's extremely old for the most part is what I've been gathering, but I thought I would do it because I am a military spouse and my husband is going to be a quote-unquote lifer, so he'll be in for the full 20 years. And if you don't know, my name is Victoria, my husband is Kenny, and we have two rambunctious little boys, Liam and Cameron, and a lovely little dog, Molly, right? Yeah. All right, so let's just jump right on in. So the first question is, how did you and your spouse meet? We met online, surprisingly, on an old school dating app, which was, I don't even know if they still have it anymore, to be honest with you. Plenty of Fish. So it kind of reminds me of the old school Tinder. So that's where we met. I definitely wasn't anticipating getting in a relationship, I'll say that. How old were you when you two met? We were both 20. I was born January 91 and my husband is March 91. So I am a lovely 3 months and 25 days older. How long have you been together? A very long time is what it feels like. No, we have been together for 7 years. We are going on 8 in well, technically married January of 2012, but we got together in November of 2011. Let's see. Where are you and your spouse originally from? So my husband is originally from good old Pennsylvania, and I, it's kind of hard, like half my life I grew up on the naval station in Cuba, and then the other half of my life was Louisiana, and that is where I met my husband, is in Louisiana. So I don't know, I claim both Louisiana and Cuba as where I am from, technically. Let's see. How did you feel about him joining the military? Well, technically he was already in when we got together. Where did your spouse go to basic training? San Antonio, Texas, I think. Has your spouse ever been deployed? So, a funny story. He was supposed to be deploying, so that is why we got married early, but that deployment fell through and he didn't. But then, of course, the following year after we got married, he did deploy. Ever been to a promotion ceremony? I have been to one of his promotion ceremonies in the Air Force. It was kind of a give me rank, E4. Isn't that the give me rank? See, I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm even talking about. Because it goes A1C, and then from A1C is a senior airman, I believe. And when he got senior airman, that's the ceremony I was at, because that's the give me rank. I'm pretty positive. Probably. If I'm right, there won't be a little caption down here, but if I'm wrong, there will be a caption down here telling you that I'm wrong. Okay. How long have you been a military wife? 7 years. Did you marry him before or after he joined? After he joined. We were together. I answered that one. How did your husband propose? Technically, my husband didn't propose to me. I proposed to him. I was like, hey, do you want to get married? And his first question was like, I don't know. I was like, great. I see how well this marriage is going to go then. Yeah. but it all worked out, and here we are almost 8 years later. Where did you get married? In good old Ritter, Louisiana, in the courthouse. It was fun. He actually worked the night before, and then he drove up to DeRitter. That's where I was from. And it was my sister, my niece, my mom, and my dad, and they were there for our lovely little wedding. And then they threw us a little our little after ceremony. Our wedding reception was at my parents' house, and my mom made a cake for us, and they got us some champagne. So yeah, I'll insert some photos because it was just the sweetest thing. How old were you when you two got married? No, that's a hot mess of a question. I read it weird. When we got married, I had just turned 21, and my husband was still 20 because, like I said, I'm older than my husband. Did he wear his uniform on his wedding day? No, he did not. We both wore jeans. I wore these cute little zebra heels and a white shirt. And he wore this button down black grayish shirt. Yeah. Where are you and your spouse currently stationed? We are currently at Minot Air Force Base, North Dakota. So much fun. Like I said in the other video, the summers here are absolutely breathtaking, but the winters, I mean, if you're used to snow, then maybe you'll survive. Even my husband, being from Pennsylvania, he's like excited to come back to snow a little bit, and then after here he's like, I hate snow. He used to love snow, and now he absolutely hates it because the snow here it's crazy. It's crazy. Let's see. Do you live on base? We do currently live on base. How long were you married when you had to go through your first separation? Like a bad separation, like we separated and didn't want to be with each other, or like we had to separate because he was deployed separate, or he was on a TDY separate. Never separated in the bad way of wanting to ever be apart. His first TDY was probably like a couple of months after we got married, and then his first deployment was later that year of when we got married. So not long before we were separated, I guess. What is your favorite base so far? So we've only been at Barksdale here at Minot, and I'm so excited. My husband got orders, and we are PCSing to Eglin Air Force Base, which is right next to Destin, Florida, Fort Walton Beach, and I'm so freaking excited, and hands down, I can already guarantee that is going to be my favorite base ever. That is where we plan on living our life at, and I'm so excited, and I can't wait to start our life there, which makes me so excited. But currently, I will say, out of Minot and Louisiana, I love Barksdale. Louisiana is my home. It will always be my home, and I truly do miss Barksdale as a whole because it was amazing. I met some great people there, and they will always be a part of my life. Do you think your spouse looks good in his uniform? Fudge, yes, he looks good in that damn uniform. Come on now. Come on now. I mean, if your man don't look good in a uniform, you're supposed to want to rip it off, though. Do you think military life is more advanced than civilian life? No. I'm not even going to go into that one right now. Do you like the benefits you receive as a military dependent? But I mean, yes, I do like the benefits that are offered to the family for military. Just answer that short. I'll nip that one in the bud really quick. Do you have a lot of military wife friends? No, I don't. Back in Louisiana, I had a couple. One of my really good friends, Mallory, she's a military spouse, and I met her when I used to work at the exchange, and we became really close. And here, I had a lot of military spouse friends, but then of course PCS has come and we pretty much all separated. And my last spousal friend that I have is Megan, who of course I hang out outside of work. I have 2 coworkers who I chit chat with at work, but we don't hang out for the most part. But yeah, so no, I don't really have many military wife friends. I will say it is tough in the military realm to find somebody, just not even in the military realm, just like the older you get, trying to find somebody that you will connect with on that level, and you hope you kind of just mesh well, you know what I mean? So my friends who I have right now, who are my tight group, well, I say we're kind of tight because we are. We met at when I worked at the hospital downtown, and only one is a military spouse, the other 2 are not. They just live here. And I love them all forever. What is the hardest part of the military life? Being away from family is one of the most difficult things ever, but I will say now, after having children, I'm gonna get teary-eyed just thinking about it. It's the kids and what they have to go through. My son, my oldest son Liam, sorry, I'm getting all teary-eyed thinking about this. He starts 1st grade next year, and breaking down to him that we're leaving, it broke his heart. And he's like, Mom, I can't wait to see all my friends next year. And I was like, yeah, you'll get to see them for a little bit, but just so you know, because I want to start reiterating, we are leaving. When it comes around Christmas time, you won't be able to see your friends anymore. And his face just changed, and then he got up and walked away, and I just knew right then and there that his heart was shattered. And I was like, baby. And so he turned around, he was weeping, he was crying, and I said, come here. And I sat there and I cried with him. And he's like, I won't get to see my friends anymore. And I was like, you'll make some new friends in Florida when we move. And he was like, but I don't know them yet. And it was just heartbreaking. So I will say, being away from family and what your children have to go through is one of the toughest things in the military life. Do you own military wife stuff? No. Never have and never will. Do you support your spouse as a member of the military? Of course I do. He's ready to give his life at a moment's notice for everybody else. So why wouldn't I be forever thankful for that? And support him in every decision he's ever wanted to make. And I love him so much for that. But yeah. So that is all the lovely 25 questions that comes with the military spouse tag. I have nothing else to add to it or that I can think of currently. I'm just very excited that I get to take this journey with my husband, of course, because it's one of his lifelong dreams and goals was to always serve other people and just to be a help. Oh, I guess I will say, my husband, he is security forces in the United States Air Force. We can go wherever, which is kind of nice, but I'm very excited that we get to go to Florida as our next station, because being in winter wonderland for 4 years, it's going to be nice to head back down south. But yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of getting to know me as a spouse, I guess you could say, and what my husband does, and our children. But yeah, so I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, questions, comments, leave them down below. And I will catch you guys in my next video.